If you think that a straight white guy is one of the least credible sources to learn about transgenderism, I would like to invite you to think again. The fact that this topic is not deeply emotional to me is a feature, not a bug. My personal life will not be significantly better or worse if I'm right or wrong. If my understanding of the topic, if my understanding of the damage that happens to kids all over the world right now, and to teenagers and even to adults, but it's so clear that it happens to kids much, much more invasively and perversely. If my understanding is wrong, that would be a huge relief, okay? Every person who detransitions, every person with gender dysphoria that gets it affirmed and then decides that their life is worth ending, is a huge tragedy. This is the only thing I'm interested in avoiding, okay? And if I'm wrong about it, well, then I'm obviously wrong about how to read science and to read society and interpret people. But besides deep shame and regret and change of my attitude, which should happen if I'm wrong, my life will not be significantly worse. I don't suffer gender dysphoria, so I'm at a place to be equally compassionate to people with gender dysphoria, to people with other ailments, to people with health problems similar to mine. Everybody has some health problems. To men, to women, to black people, to Asian people. My compassion spreads so homogeneously to people that are not in my relevant social circle that it's not huge, I'm not so deeply compassionate. I don't deeply love a trans person or a black person just because they're black or trans or whatever attributes they have. You're fine. I hope you're living a good life, and that's fine. My concern is that there are actual people, especially young people, whose lives are getting significantly worse, like really bad, due to a combination of good intention and perverse motives. And one of the vehicles of self-destruction that this is delivered through is the movement of transgenderism. And that's all I care about. I don't care about idiotic, irrational, emotional arguments from any side. I can call out idiotic arguments from the left and the right in America, from conservative and progressive ideologies. I don't care. If I talk about transgenderism, I care about what is the health span and the lifespan of people who subscribe to an ideology that gives them a course of action that sounds like a solution to a problem, but instead makes the problem hundreds of times worse instead of fixing it. And this phenomenon is not unique to transgenderism. It manifests in mental health conditions in a very ugly way. And I can probably talk about it in other videos. For example, anxiety, depression, attention deficit disorders. The way some social circles treat those phenomena makes them much worse than simple symptoms of absolutely normal ailments of someone's everyday life. But the movement of transgenderism is so loudly wrong and so loudly bullying people, getting people fired, that I don't want to live my life without ever have talked about it, because I really don't need to talk about it. Nobody except my conscience is a motivating factor to make these videos, okay? At least at this point. Maybe in the future I make friends and they're conservatives or liberals or whatever, and then I would break their heart if I would say something they disagree with, and then I will be biased and think about it. But at this moment that this channel is at zero, literally less than 10 people watch each of my videos, I think I'm as clean as possible right now. I hope so. I think I don't see how I could be cleaner and less biased in that topic that is not affecting me deeply, but I'm afraid that it does affect many other people. And that's why I've made a few videos about transgenderism, and I may keep making some videos about it as long as I see it being a prominent assault not only to the social fabric of the West, but also to individual people's lives. This is unacceptable. Unacceptable.